In today's video, we're going to talk about your pressure release valves and how to manage risk at the market highs because the market's melting up. We're up again another 3,900 today, or 0.55%, whereas the indexes are up fractionally, 0.06, the Dow, the Nasdaq's 0.16, S&P is 0.11. So we're melting up, we're up 0.55. And we need to manage this risk accordingly. So you need to know where you're selling from when the market does correct. And especially when you're using margin, like many of us are at this channel, you need to know your pressure release valves and where you're going to raise that excess cash from immediately without taking much loss and without losing much income. So we earn over $100,000 per year in dividends at this channel. And that number has gone up since we've been buying yield max funds. Also, that number would be higher, but I'm shorting Cornerstone and selling before the X date. So Cornerstone, my favorite position, as you know, I have 20,000 short times 20%. That means $4,000. So really my dividends are $4,000 higher. We're up 47% for the year. The Dow's up 7, the S&P is up 19, the Nasdaq's up 36. So we're beating all indexes on both a daily basis and year-to-date basis. And that's nice, and I'm happy with this performance, no doubt about it. And I'm sure many people at this channel are too. And by the way, I don't know if you can find other YouTube channels that are getting this kind of performance. And so I'm happy with this. I'm loving this, up 4,300, 0.62 now. But it also makes me nervous. So you have to know where to manage your risk from, okay? So I'm going to share with you how I'm going to raise about 30K of margin when I need to immediately without losing much income. And also with I'll raise a lot of equity in the process, okay? I'll raise a lot of available withdrawal. Let me tell you how this works at my channel. So I use a little bit of margin to get ahead, okay? That's how I'm getting my performance, guys, for all you newcomers. For every $1 you put in your brokerage account, you get $4 of purchasing power. I just use a fraction of this purchasing power down here below, as you can see, to get extra income and extra performance out of my account. I tie all my investments to the indexes, either directly or indirectly. And so that's how I'm able to get the performance. And then the safety that I have in my account, the cushion that I have in my account is due to all of these low maintenance names, which I'll explain in 1 second. I earn over $100,000 per year in dividends, so this debt will be gone in less than 2 years. And then my account will be plus $200,000 in value in the next 2 years. So $494, it would be at $694, and my debt would be at 0. And then I'll be left with all these dividend paying assets to myself, paying monthly cash flow for life. I always say at this juncture, it also gives you qualifying income to banks to live financially free out of your brokerage account. Okay, so I use margin and I use Cornerstone, okay? I use a bit of margin, okay? Everyone thinks margin is so risky. Look at my cushion here, okay? There's no way I'm going to get into a margin call, even on a 30% correction. Okay, even on a 50% correction over the course of a year, I would be fine. In 1 month, yeah, over 30%, I'd be in a margin call, but I also have put options on down here, which I rebalanced on Friday. So I would actually make a lot more money on the put option side, I believe. And just this $75 here of put options, it looks like nothing. On a one down day, they don't do anything, but on a 50% down month or 30% down month, I'm covered. Those options would make back more than I lost, I promise. When the market's up or down 1 or 2%, those options can be up or down hundreds of percent. So, okay, if the market's up 1%, those options can be up 100%. So, because they're monthlies, the monthly options are potent, okay? And then I have the dividends of over 20% in dividends that I get per year that offset a 20% decline in the market, okay? So, if you need help understanding how I get this performance out of my account using margin, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. Okay, I have e-guides on how to live financially free out of your brokerage account using the power of margin. And I also have e-guides on this fund up here at the top, Cornerstone, okay? How to play Cornerstone properly, okay? Cornerstone, I have about 500 grand in it for a reason. It is the indexes, so I put a lot of my account in this, and then I margin everything else around it. I tweak it with yield max funds, all these healthcare funds that I bought yesterday, all the value funds that we've been buying recently, all these stocks, energy, materials, healthcare. I've been balancing Cornerstone with those. And Cornerstone, the reason why it's so special, guys, for all the newcomers, it's a 5-star fund. Okay, CRF is a 5-star fund, so I can put a lot of my money in it and sleep at night. It also beat the indexes over the last 10 years. So it is the indexes, and I'm beating the index by being in Cornerstone. As you can see, it beat the indexes. You just have to learn how to time it properly around the rights offering. Same with many closed-end funds, okay? And then also you have the market price here of 8, and then it drips your investments down here at 6. It takes the 21% dividend every month, and it drips it down here at 6 for a 27% gain. 642, 31% gain. 627, 34% gain. So you're getting thousands of dollars every month just from the drip being reinvested at the NAV each month. You get days gains, which is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, so almost 3,500 we're making in Cornerstone today. And you also get the 21% dividend, so you can live financially free out of your account using Cornerstone because, again, it pays your bills, and also it's low maintenance, okay? If we go to the margin tab, it might not load up because sometimes this tab has problems loading. See, just like right there. If we go to the maintenance tab, once again, you'll see it can't load. So we have to go to the trade section. So I'll just get into the video, okay? Cornerstone has low maintenance, okay? It has 30% maintenance. I have to show you this as an example. Then I can show you the rest of our stuff and where I'm selling from, so I can show you how much equity I'm raising when I do that. See, view maintenance requirement, 30%. So I put a bulk of my money in Cornerstone because I can margin Cornerstone. It's the only 30% maintenance, and it's the indexes. So I can put hundreds of thousands of dollars behind it, and it only takes up, if I put 100,000 in Cornerstone, it only takes up 30,000 of my equity. So I have 70,000 left to play with. 70,000 times 4 is 70 times 4. That's 280,000 more purchasing power I have just off the 70 grand left over from 100K invested in Cornerstone. Okay, I'm going to get to all these comments in Discord in 1 second. So I use low maintenance, okay? That's how I'm getting ahead with margin. I buy low maintenance funds. If you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my margin e-guide, okay? Email me at akintoff48@gmail.com if you're interested in either my margin e-guides or Cornerstone e-guides. And again, I told you have to time Cornerstone around the rights offering, but that's what this channel is for, okay? This chat room, okay? We have a Cornerstone RO channel here, and that alerts you of the rights offering in Cornerstone. So over here at Discord, we also have a Canadian channel, a Bitcoin channel, a Yield Max channel, protecting your portfolio. We even started this one yesterday, a retirement IRA 401k section. Okay, so that's what you get when you buy my e-guides. You get access to Discord where you exchange valuable, valuable ideas with other members of the community who in many cases are a lot smarter than me. And then I also alert you of that rights offering in Cornerstone on Discord here. So you also get my phone number when you buy my e-guides. So I can sit there and walk you through your portfolio anytime you need me to. Okay, I'm always here. Call me anytime or email or text me anytime. Okay, many channels charge for their phone numbers. I love doing this stuff, so I don't charge for my phone number. I just throw that into the bundle and make it a bigger value in the bundle when you buy all of my e-guides. So, okay, getting into the meat of the video, all right? So the 30K that I have identified are always these smaller stocks, okay? So when we go to ZTR and below, well, let's just say Yuan and below, okay? Yuan, Devon, I have a pretty big position in Devon. Okay, PXD and below are all sellable for me, okay? So this is how I do it. This is how I manage my risk and sleep at night, guys, okay? 220,000 in debt, I can raise 30 grand right away. And some of it is 100% maintenance, so I would raise back a full equity amount. So if I sold 1,000 of, let's say, if I sold 500 of Mara here, okay, that would raise 500 of equity right back because Mara is 100% maintenance. Cornerstone and all the top quality funds are 30% maintenance. Mara and some of these other risky ones are 100% maintenance. So if I sell 500 of Mara, I'm going to raise 500 available withdrawal. If I sell 1,000 of Cornerstone, I'm only going to raise 300 available withdrawal. So when I'm in a bind, and I wouldn't be in a margin call, but when I'm just trying to manage risk and I'm in a bind, I would sell from all these lower dividend paying names and higher maintenance names, okay? Starting again from Devon down, okay? Because Devon, I'll keep that. Pioneer is 2 of a kind. I don't need to have 2 energy names. So I would sell Pioneer, and if you count all these, okay, if you count them all up, okay, 1,000, you could add all these up, but, 15, that's 3,000. I'm not going to sit here and count this whole video, all these stocks for you, but this equals about 30,000 all the way from Yang to Devon, okay? So I have immediately I have identified in my portfolio where the pressure release valve is. It's all these stocks, okay? So I would dump all these stocks, okay, for minimal losses or gains, okay, minimal losses or minimal gains. In some cases, pretty good gains. And the shorts I keep here, obviously, Sark short, okay. I would leave that always in a market downturn, Yang short here. But I sell from these, that raises 30K of margin. So my margin would fall from 220 to 190. And I would also raise about, not 30K because not all of it is 100%, but I'd raise about, it looks like about 15K, you know, not just 10K. If all of that 30K that I raise is 30% maintenance, that would be 10K I raise in withdrawal. But a lot of it is 100% maintenance or higher, or in between 30 and 100. So I'd raise 15K available for withdrawal. My available would go from 211 to roughly, you know, 225, okay? So I would be well within my comfort zone. I would not be close to a margin call at all. My dividends would cover the rest. My short options would cover the rest, okay? So just always know where you're selling from, guys, okay? That's going to do it for the video, all right? Know where you're selling from when you're using margin or when you're not using margin. Always know where you're going to sell from so you can take that cash and upgrade into higher quality names. I'm going to always be buying more C's on the dip, Cornerstone on the dip, you know, more of these higher weighted funds of mine, these yield max funds. I'll be buying all of them on the dip. I don't want to sell them because I'll lose big dividends. I only want to sell from things where I don't lose much of a dividend and I raise more equity because they're higher maintenance. And I also keep small amounts in them so that when I do sell each one, I don't lose. If I had 30,000 in one position and I sold it, it could take me down and hurt me. But if I spread it amongst 30 different names or so down here, then not one's going to hurt me. I can sell each one quickly. Before the market opens, I'll have a sell order in for every one of these before the market even opens, okay? And then they'll just be sold immediately when the bell opens, okay? And then I take all that cash and I redeploy it someplace else with higher quality and more yield, okay? So that's how I do it at this channel, guys. The market's melting up at the highs. You know, I'm loving all this performance, but I'm also scared of this type of performance, so I'm hedging. I added to my shorts. I've identified where I'm selling from in case I need to, and also I'm just keeping my extra equity ready to go, my dry powder ready to go to take advantage of more opportunities on the dip. So hope you like the video, guys. Click like or subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, if you have questions on how I do this in my account, email me for my e-guides at aikentod48@gmail.com, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.